Hi everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil, here for another toy of the day. We got our new toy of the day shirts. We're so happy about it. You have made it. This is the last day of toy of the days for our beginning series, and tonight's a little bit of a weird one. I was really racking my brain trying to figure out like what I was going to talk about and thinking about like the old lines that I have down in the basement. And I forgot. Check out a full gallery of these up on CastorsCorner.com. Follow us. We are at Castors Corner on all social media. Check out our new stuff on TeePublic. And you can check out the Cornercast podcasts every Monday night, a new podcast up on Apple Podcasts. Anyway, so I was going through my stuff and I was really thinking about like what was going to be like the last night. Or I was running out, and I was considering going out and trying to find some vintage toys. I actually hit up one of the local shops and asked if they had anything from a few different lines that I was thinking about, and they didn't have anything. So I was kind of racking my brain, and somebody was playing music, and I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been Mom. Mom might have been listening to music on the TV, and I heard a song and it triggered a memory. I used to Adam Goldberg my childhood. There's VHS tapes of me walking around with the camera or talking to it in the mirror. And I liked to perform as a kid. I've got some anxiety about it now, but as a kid, I'd like to be on stage. I liked the attention, even though I was a relatively quiet kid. And one of the things I loved was Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was huge in the 80s for the cartoons. And it had a toy line. It did. And I, for some reason, and I don't remember where or how I got this one, but I tracked down this beauty. The Curtain Call Theater. I had it as a kid. And I had the van as a kid and Dave and everything. And this one has props and backdrops. And I don't have everything that came with it. I don't think I have the curtain. But I remember setting this up in Tita's, my aunt's, front yard and putting on a show with a cassette tape and a VHS, a cassette tape and a boombox. And playing music with these guys and doing like a little puppet show kind of thing with it. And it's one of those things where I've held on to it for this long. I mean, it came with, it says figures not included, but I do believe this figure was, if I remember correctly, yeah, and it shows all the different ways. Oh no, he didn't come with it. Let's see. Uncle Harry. It didn't come with it, but I had the Chipmunks mobile and the Chipettes picnic buggy, and you can see all the different options for the props and the scenes. And I loved it. I really, really loved it. And I'm trying to see what sticker is on here to see where it actually came from. And I can't read that. Boscoff's. Oh, Boscoff's. From a long, long time ago. I can't read what the price is. It says it's written $9.99 on it, but it is not $9.99. But I got this pretty cheap. I remember it was a pretty good find. And so, without further ado, here is the Chipmunks Curtain Call Theater. It's really one of the coolest things. It reminds me of Grayskull in that like it carried everything for you. It had a stage door, right, that you can open up. It came with like a ladder. Oop. So you can put the little ladder here like that. And have the stage door. It came with backdrops, space, and it's seen better days. I should probably get this scanned and reprinted. That you can put on the back here. It had like little tabs that you could tab in these things. And then they would be in place for the theater. I got the instructions too. Both sets of instructions, by the way. How to assemble it, and then Oh. There was a script for the pirates. And a space. Okay. Fun. You got your own little scripts. So it had the scripts. See, I'm opening this up really and examining it like in depth for the first time with you here. So it's kind of fun to remember what it was like. So you opened up the front doors, and it had these on there. Had the stickers with the Chipmunks and the Chipettes. It had a little trap door in the center here that can pull out, that I'll show you in a minute. It had a pulley system that you can raise and lower the Chipmunks, which I think is kind of cool. It's got three pulleys that you can set up. And then the other side, under the stage, it had a little pull-out tray, and that's where you can keep all your props and stuff. Here's the little booklet. My favorite thing in the world are these booklets that showed all the different types of toys you can get. It came with like a treasure chest with all your little props and costumes in it, which is a lot of fun. This might have been the curtain. This might have been... Well, let's see. What does a curtain look like? We will look for it. Yeah, that's the curtain. So we've got the curtain. Shows you how to hang the Chipmunks from... That sounds bad. From the pulley system. Tells you how to put it together. How to dress your set and dress your actors. And the different ways you can do it, which is like so much fun as a kid. And then it came with the characters in cloth outfits, which, like, come on, they're posable, they're in their cloth costumes, they look so cute. You got Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. My Theodore is missing an arm. He is one-armed Theodore. But having Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, I have Brittany. I've got to get the other Chipettes at some point. We got Uncle Harry down here. And I don't have Dave. But I've got all the little props in here. I'm going to take some pictures with the props and an even bigger booklet to look at other options for the Chipmunks. They had PVC versions, they had posables, and they had big stuffed animal versions. And honestly, my favorite Chipmunk was Theodore. I really loved little Theodore here. I was never an Alvin fan. But it comes with a lot of different props. I don't have the full band set, so I can't have them playing, but we can definitely put on a little space play where the Chipmunks go to space in some of our pictures. So I just have really fond memories of, like, it wasn't... This was one of those lines that it wasn't necessarily about, like, collecting every single thing. Like, it wasn't about hunting it down. It was about the performance of it. I know it sounds a little funny, but it really was... and you can see the trapdoor here. So they fall into the stage. It really was a lot more about... That's loud. About the performance and playing with them and singing and, like, being very kind of outgoing. That was something that was really big and missing for me, being such a quiet, kind of introverted kid, is having that outlet of singing and playing and having a good time like that. And so listening to the Chipmunks, singing the songs with them, having the tapes growing up, and then being able to put on these little performances with this little stage was really just a really fun part of my childhood. That was less about, like, I need to get them all, and more about, let's really play with the toys. Not to say I didn't play with my toys, but, like, there was a lot of, like, how many do I have? Do I have them all? Can I get more? And, you know, the fond memories of sitting on the lawn during the summer with a boombox, tape player, and these guys, and putting on a little show for Tita and Grandma and Uncle Jersey probably, was just such a nice memory. So thank you all for taking the ride with me and going down memory lane during the 80s and kind of reconnecting to our geek roots this week, on our beginning series. We've got a few more planned for later in the year because, like, we didn't talk about the superpowers vehicles and playsets. There's one right above me. We didn't really talk a lot about some of the other Transformers stuff. I'm trying to think what else. Secret Wars, we didn't do the vehicles and stuff, so we might do a Secret Wars Superpowers team up there. But there's a couple more things, that I'd like to kind of move in there and talk about some of the past things from the past. But that ends our beginnings. We're gonna, pop back with our new Star Wars toys. We've got some Lego reviews. We've got some Transformers reviews coming up. Hopefully you'll stick with us for that as we inch our way to 365. We're almost in the 240, so we're excited about that. So thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you go to Kastor'sCorner.com for a full gallery of this and our other figures from the week. Follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. You can check out the Cornercast podcast every Monday night on Apple Podcasts. Share, rate, review, subscribe to that. Check out our TeePublic. I think it's TeePublic. The link's down below for our Toy of the Day shirts. You can see with our little cutout there and our logo. And subscribe to this channel, because the more of you that subscribe, the more we get to do, and then we get to share it with you, and we get to make this connection and really kind of build this community in a positive way. So thank you guys for joining us for beginnings, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and put your comments down below and tell us what your favorites were. Did you have this? Did you play with it? What are the things you're missing? What are the things that you want back just to relive your childhood? So thanks for joining us, and join us tomorrow for another Toy of the Day here on Kastor'sCorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.